If you've been seeing all of these gold moves on the gold market this week, but not really sure how to catch them, well, you're in luck because in this video, we're going to talk about my entries, exit, profit targets, and key levels for the gold market. And let's just go ahead and jump right into the chart. And as you can see, we are here on the weekly time frame. There is this really huge bullish engulfing candle, mainly because all of the news on the tariffs this past week, they're halting the tariffs for 90 days for most countries. So it really makes the market very interesting now. So the first thing we're going to do on this time frame is we are going to mark off the highest high inside of this market. So the highest high this market has made so far is at 32.45. And we're just going to take this level and just clone it. And then we're also going to mark off other levels like right here, roughly at 3,000. And then another level here. This is a little tricky because of the gap, but this level here at 28.52. And then one more level down here at 2,600 flat roughly. So let's go ahead and go down to the daily time frame so we can see if there are levels on here that we need to adjust or maybe even add. So if you are tired of missing out on gold in this blueprint, you're going to get an easy to follow profitable gold trading table as well as profitable entry levels and strategies. If you've tried to decode things like FOMC, geopolitical events, you may have tried without much success. And in this blueprint, you're also going to master simple strategies that the big players like banks and institutions follow, and then also be able to spot profitable opportunities so that way you could avoid some of the common traps that other traders fall into. And then, of course, you're going to save hours of research with a clear and actionable plan inside of the gold market. Just take a look at what some people are saying about this. So go ahead and grab your copy of the Profitable Gold Market Blueprint today. When we look at this, we can see that the price looks good at the top. Right here, there's a support, and that's really interesting. However, I want to make a couple of adjustments. So the one thing that I want to do is clone this level. So first, I'm going to place this level right here at 30.60 roughly, and then I'm going to take this level and then I'm going to move it down here at 29.73. So that's going to work for me right now. This level still looks good, and then if we scoot over a bit, we can see that price, this will be a better fit right here at, let's just say 25.79. Now, of course, that's a really far jump from where price currently is. So we may draw some additional levels on lower time frames to account for that. So let's go ahead and go to the H4 time frame. And I'm just looking at this market just to make sure it still looks good. Okay, so this is good right here, and this is still looking good right here. These zones are a little bit thicker than I want them to be, but it's totally fine. I will adjust those later. The spirit of the levels is what matter here. So right now, what I want to do is actually take this level and just pull it down just a little bit. It still looks really good. So right here, this is 29.64, and I actually do want to move this level as well. I'm going to move this down to 3,055, and this level right here, now that I have a little bit more data, I'm going to move it down so that way it is sitting at 28.40. So that's cool right there. And then let me squeeze this in because I definitely feel like I want to put another level somewhere in here because this is just really wide. Now we may not get to these levels this week, but we also didn't expect to go all the way up to 32. So you just never know. So anyway, so this level right here, let's create one roughly at 27.23, and I probably won't make any other edits to down here. I just want to have those levels just in case. So let's go ahead and go to the H2 time frame. Okay, great. So still looking great. This is looking even better now. This is still looking good, and this level right here is still looking good. However, let's go down to the H1 time frame because I do realize that these levels are, these zones are really large, and I want to break them up. So I'm going to break them up with the horizontal array tool, and I'm going to just use this tool right about here at 31.61. And then if I go all the way over to this level over here I think this will probably be a good level here at 28.79. I don't think there's any other levels that I need to add. I just wanted to make sure that I had that here. So that's actually going to do it for that. So now let's talk about the game plan. So the thing that I want to focus on here is coming up with the game plan for this upcoming week, especially because price is in a really strong bullish direction and I want to be able to capitalize on that. Of course, I'm expecting some pullbacks as well, like in any market, but basically let's just see what could possibly happen. So the first thing, or the first idea that I have, is for price to essentially come back down to this level and possibly come back up to the previous highs. That's one trading idea, focusing on the buys. So let me just put the arrow right there. What if you can trade gold or any market in just 1 hour per day, even if you have a full-time job, and still grow the account? Most traders think that they have to sit in front of charts all day, and maybe if they step away, they may either miss a setup or they may come back to a losing trade. Well, in this free masterclass, I'm going to show you a calm and repeatable way for you to enter trades with confidence, and you can lose all the anxiety when you step away from your charts. Go ahead and check out the free masterclass. It's totally free. And then another thing that price could potentially do is to come back and do a deeper retracement, and that could be around here at the 3053 level, and then come back up as well. So, and then the very last thing that price I think could do in this area is to come all the way back down here. Now this will be a really steep retracement, 100% retracement, but we've seen it before on gold, so it's not far-fetched at all. Come back down to roughly 29.64 and then possibly come back up. So that is pretty much my idea on that part. Looking for mostly buys, or pretty much all buys. I'm not looking for any sales, but let's just say I wanted to take the counter trend for whatever reason. Maybe something pops up inside of the market, then I would feel a lot more comfortable doing it below this level, and then basically just riding the price down to these different zones, just paying attention to what could possibly happen over here. So that's one idea. Obviously, this is a lot of pips inside of the market, so I would probably look for smaller zones, just depending on how price is forming in real time, but that's essentially going to be the idea there. And then let me just mark off this because it'll be below here. And then too, with price continuing to make all new highs, there's a potential for price to continue to push up. So another thing that I'll be looking for this upcoming week, just using my Fibonacci retracement tool, going to the bottom and then going to the top of this market. Yep, right there. So the other opportunity for a buy would be above this previous high right here at 33.24. Price could potentially go up there, and then the next level I want to target will be here at 34.24, which is quite a few pips from where it's at. But we just gotta wait and see what price actually does this upcoming week. So if you like this analysis, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you're not already, go ahead and like the video and tell me what you liked inside of the comment section below. I do read all of the comments, so go ahead and leave a comment there, and I'll see you later.